All right, so the question here is about, can you see the red dot on the screen? You two? Yes? Can you see the red dot?
Not in Jamboard,
I
but
don't.
in Collaborate, yes.
Oh, okay, then I'll use this one.
Yes.
Okay, so now can you see it on Jamboard if I write with it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
yeah.
So it's a survey, and because you're in this section, you know that survey means Venn diagram, and you had done some of this before class, at least one of you had, and it's regarding the literature they studied during their high school high school career. I don't know that I've ever heard it called that before. Okay, so the first thing we got was that 870 read Gone with the Wind. Okay. And so, and then we found out that there were 450 who read Moby Dick and 560 who read Lord of the Flies. Okay. And we had already surmised before we got to this point that there should be three circles. Here's our Gone with the Wind. Here's our Lord of the Flies. And here's Moby Dick. I made Moby Dick blue because it's like the ocean or whatever. So I like to use different colors to just show like what's going on. And what I already did before we started recording was rather than put numbers in the circles in the Venn diagram, I kind of like to deconstruct the Venn diagram. And so here I have just the people that read Moby Dick. No, wait, do I have the colors wrong? Lord of the Flies, thank you. Okay, so Lord of the Flies, I need to extend that line because that's just not okay.
This is where it gets a little confusing. It says Red Lord of the Flies, but then right on the same line, Red only Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, it's just fit. Yeah,
That's
where I
where
got
it's like
confused.
sort of throws me off, like the language.
Okay, so is there a comma that I uncovered up there? I think there is. So what I want to put on here first is the separate people. This is read Lord of the Flies. Doesn't say you didn't read anything else. It just says you read Lord of the Flies if you're here. I'm circling that again. I'm making a big fat mess here. Okay, so those are the ones that I'm doing first is the 560 Lord of the Flies and the 450 Moby Dick. I brought them outside. So these actually aren't gonna be part of the Venn diagram. I just like to say this is how many are there before we have any overlappy stuff. So, and then I'm going to change to red. I'm actually going to change to laser pointer. 870 Gone with the Wind. I put down here outside of the Venn diagram. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to be all in here, but it's going to include the stuff that's here and here and here. So I just didn't, I like to have it out here so I know what it is and then deal with it in a little bit. Okay. And then Bobby, I think you'd already gotten this part. The 101 read all three. That
Yep.
that makes sense that that's there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to get to the stuff that's yucky. Whew. All right. So 21. Oh, hello, Paloma. We're in the middle of doing a problem and recording. So 21 read none of them. So that means that I'm going to need to put a box around this thing. And it's going to be kind of a hot mess of a box. So, and I don't even know if this one matters. So don't mind my hot mess of a box. And there's scissors in the way. This is going to be so messy because I am drawing with my mouse because my iPad's being grumpy with me today. So, okay, hot mess of a box. Let's see if I can make this be a box. Okay, how's that for a square box? Does that look good? Okay, all right, you're all lying, which is fine. So 21 read none of them. Okay, so now I get the pointer. Hopefully, can you see the pointer or no? You can on Blackboard or on Jamboard?
Jamboard.
Okay, you can see the pointer. Good. Okay, so 21 did not read any of these. So they're not in the green circle from Lord of the Flies. They're not in the blue circle from Moby Dick. They're not in the red circle from Gone with the Wind. Where are they?
Outside of the Venn diagram.
They're inside the Venn diagram, but outside of the circles. So, because the Venn diagram includes this ugly box that I just drew that's the ugliest box I've ever drawn in my entire life. So, does that make sense? Are you okay with where I put the 21 right here?
Yeah, usually we see it in the top left corner, but that's fine, right?
Okay. Yeah, and to me, that confuses some things too. So, wherever you want to put it, is fine when you're drawing by hand, which is much better than having to do stuff on the computer. So now let me see if I can get my pen to work here. All right, so next I'm going to try again to use the other thing. It's not going to let me. Maybe it is. All right, so next let's look at, so we already dealt with, the 21 red none, so we're good with that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I kind of want to just cross things off as we do it. 21 red none, crossed off. Okay, next, 50 red only Lord of the Flies. Okay, so we know that we are in the land of Lord of the Flies, right?
Yes.
Okay, are we also in the land of Gone with the Wind?
I don't know.
We're definitely in Lord of the Flies. It says that we only read Lord of the Flies. Only.
So we are.
So if you only read Lord of the Flies, did you read Gone with the Wind?
No.
No. Did you read what was the other one? Moby Dick.
Moby Dick? No.
No. Okay. So what I would usually do, and this is where it hurts that we're not in person, is I would usually cover up the entire red circle with my hand and say, okay, we can't be in there. And then I'd cover up the entire blue circle with my hand and say, okay, we can't be in there. So, so we have to be, and I'm going to draw a fat line, I think. Hopefully this is a fat line. So we cannot be below there. There's a little delay, sorry. Because that would mean that we had read Gone with the Wind. I can't see the chat right now because I'm on the Jamboard. Somebody put something on there. Can you just speak? And we can't.
Sam, this is having microphone issues.
Okay.
But that's fine.
Okay. So, and we cannot be below this line that I just drew because that would mean we read Moby Dick, right?
Yes.
Does that kind of make sense? So if we read only Lord of the Flies, that means that's this zone right here, and there is a delay, and I'm sorry. Does that kind of feel okay? Only Lord of the Flies. Okay. So I'm going to put that 50.
That's clear.
50.
Oh, you're
right there.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
good? Yeah? Okay. So next, 150, let's see, Paloma. Hopefully Paloma will restart and come back in. So 161 red Lord of the Flies and Moby Dick. Okay, so I'm going to pick some other color. I'm going to just do yellow because I feel like it. Okay, so 161 red Lord of the Flies and Moby Dick. Okay, so Lord of the Flies is this. I'm going to do the flashy thing again. Lord of the Flies is this, and Moby Dick is this. Can we agree with that? Moby Dick is this. Sorry about the delay. Okay, so then what we need to do is we need to look at this other little picture that I'm going to draw, because you know you're getting the picture that I like to draw pictures. I'm going to put it out here. Boop, boop. Did what I just draw over here seem like the right region for Lord of the Flies and Moby Dick?
Yes, totally.
It's the where they both intersect.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Okay, so Lord of the Flies and Moby Dick, they said 161. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, we have a little issue here, and the issue is this. It's slow. The lag is really bothering me a little bit. So the issue is that part of that intersection we've already accounted for, right? Does that make sense? Here's...
Because the
Ooh, that's
101
not what I
people
meant to
have
do.
already read all.
Sorry, hold on. I'm moving the words and I didn't mean to be there. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to have this. Okay, so this is where 161 is in this intersection. Shh. which we put over here outside. I like to call it deconstructing the Venn diagram. We put it out here because that's not the whole picture yet. So this 101 of the people who had read Lord of the Flies and Moby Dick had also read Gone with the Wind. Does that kind of make sense? Bobby, where are you?
Yeah, exactly. They've already read it, so you can't account for that twice.
Right. So we can, while we're here, figure out like how many people are here. How many people read Lord of the Flies and Moby Dick, but not Gone with the Wind. So what are we going to do here?
Subtract.
Subtract. We're going to subtract this thing here. I'm trying to make it look like the shape, but it's not working very well. 101. Okay, and what do we get?
60.
Oh yeah, it is just a 60. That's pretty cool. One of you want to be brave and write that 60 in there?
Let's see here.
You don't have to. You can if you want to, but and then we're going to go on. Okay. Then I want to look at the
text box.
Okay. Okay. So let's see what we're going to do next. Okay. Next we have yay! It's so pretty, way more professional than anything I do. All right, so next we have 191. I need to pick another color that I haven't picked yet. They read Moby Dick and Gone with the Wind. I'm going to use a blue paintbrush and see what happens. 191 read Moby Dick and Gone with the Wind. So Moby Dick and Gone with the Wind. That means it's down where I don't even know if I can see on here. It's not letting me be down there. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to draw with this. Does it make sense that let me try to get the same pen. Paintbrush is going to be this weird thing, and I'm giving up on the multiple colors because I'm having too much trouble with the thing. That would be this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Okay.
That's the section right below 101.
Yep. Well, no, because it's the whole. It's what I drew it here. Yeah, I drew it here. Okay. And I'm going to try to text box in. Let's see if I can do it. That was a 191. That didn't work. 191. I think I need to shrink it and I'm trying. 191 there. Okay, so 191 in there, but we've already got the 101 in here, right? So what are we going to do?
Subtract.
And what are we going to get? This is going to be 191, 91 minus 101. Yep. Let's see if I can draw this. 90. Okay. Whew. All right, so let's see. Where are we? My recording doesn't have much time left. Shoot. Oh, wait, no, I upgraded. Now I can record longer. Okay, so, but not Lord of the Flies. Okay. Oh, it did say but not Lord of the Flies. I didn't even read. Look, you guys.
Not in Lord of the Flies area.
But not Lord of the Flies. That means that this actually was, hold on. It means that it actually was, okay, so I messed up. This is actually, if we're not in Lord of the Flies area, then I'm going to erase this. I totally read it wrong.
Does that mean that 101 is not accounted for then?
Right. That wasn't part of it. It actually is just the 191 that goes right here, where I'm erasing and making a big hot mess. So it's already, we didn't have to do any crazy fancy stuff.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So if it says not North of the Flies, you don't go into North of the Flies territory there.
Yeah. Which is a good idea because that's a scary territory.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have read it or not, but Bobby, you probably did. In middle school.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so, all right. So I read that one wrong. Please forgive me. Does it make sense where the 191 is now? Sage, good?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
That's
awesome.
helpful though, because that is
Okay.
a mistake I could have probably made. So it's good to make a mistake.
I'm really good at making mistakes. I got this. Okay, so now let's see what's left. Okay, that was all they gave us. Okay, now we go to the question. Let's see if I can get the question. What percent of recent graduates read exactly one book? Oh my gosh, there's so much more math to do. I'm going to throw up. Okay. Okay, so sorry, that sounded really not very nice.
Okay.
And I shouldn't be recording,
You
but
feel
oh well.
the same way.
Okay, exactly
I
one
felt
book.
that way already, too.
Are there any numbers on here that tell us right now exactly one book? Any of these? Did any of the people who've...
No.
There is one number on there that tells us people read exactly one book. Can you tell me which one it is?
Is it 101?
Nope, they
Is
read
it
all
50?
three. It's
Sorry,
50.
So that doesn't make any sense.
It's 50, and what did those people read?
Lord of the
Oh,
Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
They read... Let me get green and this.
Oh,
They read
I see.
only... I'm trying to highlight this again. Only Lord of the Flies. So that was the only Lord of the Flies. But now what we got to do is we got to find other onlys, which is going to be like not fun. And I shouldn't be recording anymore, but whatever. Okay, so we got to find the only Moby Dick people.
Okay.
Drawing with the mouse, so much fun. Only Moby Dick. Okay, and we have 450 people who read Moby Dick. Yeah?
Yeah.
That's why I wanted that 450 out there. Okay, so we've got the 450 total Moby Dick readers. That sounded interesting. 450 total Moby Dick readers. Who do we need to get rid of?
So is it the 91 and 60?
We gotta get rid of the 191. Yep.
Okay.
Definitely that. So let me do that. Let me try. I'm going to try to use my iPad again and see if it lets me be happy, because this is getting okay. It's not going to let me. Yeah, it's not letting me. So, but you're right. We got to get rid of the 191. 91. Who else do we need to get rid of?
And 60.
Get rid of the 60. Okay. We're also going to get rid of the 60. I'm still on highlighter mode for reasons completely beyond me. 60. Who else do we need to get rid of?
The 101?
The 101. Yeah. Minus also the 101. Now this is a total hot mess, so we're just going to go to calculators because I can't. Well, 1 minus 1. We can do that, right?
You should have. Can I tell you?
We can handle this.
98.
Okay, so let's see. 1 minus 1 is a 0. That wasn't too bad. Oh, wait. It was 0 minus 1 minus... I don't even... Did you do it on the calculator? I'm going to believe you.
I've got 98.
Can you double check him? Okay, I'm going to believe you guys
Yeah,
because, like, I can't. Just, no. I'm glad you guys are paying attention because I don't know. Okay, so 98. Okay, so we're not... Oh my gosh, we still have to do the other one.
Yeah, I gotta hop off.
Okay, but I'm gonna pause. Okay, so we have to get the only Gone with the Wind people now. Whoop, whoop. Okay, we're gonna try to get the only Gone with the Wind people in this lovely area here that's not very pretty. Okay, and so we know that we need to take the 870 and subtract the 191, and we know we need to subtract the 101, but we don't know what this space is right here. I don't know if you can see my little dot or not. I think you can.
Yeah.
So how are we going to find this spot here?
Well, you subtract from 560, But what do you
Yep.
subtract?
Good question. Okay, so let me keep trying to draw this. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, I can't even draw a circle now. I'm struggling.
By what you're circling, it would seem that you subtract 50, 60, and 101.
Yep, 50, 60, and 101 to get this.
It's in that circle.
Yep, exactly. So we're going to do, I'm trying to grab a different pen. To get this right in here, you're right. We're going to do you're going to do calculator, I'm going to write. We're going to do 560. It's not 560. I'm trying to write and my iPad's being grumpy. Minus, and I like the way that you said it. You said 50, 60, and 101. So you can add first 50. Oh my gosh, my iPad and I are good. 50 and 60 and 101.
211.
101. And subtract those from 560. And what did you get?
211. So 560 minus 211 is 349.
Okay, so 349. Okay. Whew. So now, to get the last piece.
Can I guess?
Yeah, please do.
Subtract 349 from 870. No,
what else? You're right, but what else?
349, 101, and 191 all
right.
from 870. So
right.
So
you take the 870, you get rid of this piece, this piece, this piece. Yeah, so I'm going to try to make that fit on here. I think I can. 870. So I'm going to pause the video. All right, so now we have taken the entire big circle of GW, Gone with the Wind, and subtracted the 349, the 101, and the 191. And we did all the math down here, and we got 229, which I'm going to try to write in there. 229.
But we're not done.
Okay. No, we're not done yet. Isn't this horrible? Okay, I wish this function had like a sticky note because now there's still more math. Okay, so the last thing is, what % of the recent graduates read exactly one book? One of the things that bothers me is it should say exactly one book from this set or something, because clearly when you graduate high school, you've read more than one book. So there are some minor issues I want to address here, but whatever. So who in this big bundle of mess read exactly one book?
Well, it would seem like the outer parts where you've got 229,
Yeah.
50, and 98.
Yep. So let's add those all up. I'm going to write them here. So I'm now only working in this little box over here because we're out of space. So we've got the 50 people who only read Lord of the Flies, which it sounds like you read and I read both in middle school probably because we're the same age. Who else?
The 98 Moby Dick.
98, yeah. Who else?
And the 229 Gone with the Wind.
Okay, 229.
Which adds up to 50 plus 98. 229. 50 plus 98. 377.
What is it?
377.
Okay, 377. I'm going to come here. I'm making it bigger, what I'm writing on. So it's 377, and I'm writing it down here for a reason, because we still have to find the denominator. Okay, so there's 377 people that read only one book. And sadly, I don't believe they told you the total people in the group, did they?
I was just thinking about that. What is that? What is the
You know what we're going to have to do? We have to add all of them up. Every single thing, yes, which is horrible, and I'm going to cross them out as we go. So
but that makes sense, though.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just annoying and horrible and nauseating, but whatever. Okay, so I need to have more space over here for my denominator because it's just not going to fit. Okay, so let's go from the outside in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So 50, which we already knew. 50. Oh my gosh. 50, 98. And I hate being constrained. I miss the real whiteboards. Okay. Plus 229, which we already added, so we could have just 229. I'm going to stop recording.
We could just take 3.
All right, and I do have to let you know this is probably the longest problem of the entire, semester. Okay, so as far as, time spent. Okay, so we've got the total in the numerator, which was just these guys, the read only one book guys. And then the denominator, we added up all the stuff. We re-included the guys that read only one book. We remembered to include those that didn't read any of the books, and then we did the twofers, the ones that had read 2 books, and then we also included that 101 last. And we both added it up and we got the same things, 377 for the people who had read only one book and 1,099 for the people who had read who had read anything, who were in the survey, the people that were in the survey, because it does include the 21 people. Anybody in the survey is included. So we had to add all the things from here up. Okay, now we've got 377 out of a total of 1,099. And it tells us to round our answer to the nearest tenth. It asks for a percentage. So we're going to divide, both of us on our calculators, 377 divided 1,099. I got 0.34303 something or another. Okay, so I'm going to do a text box for that one so it's more clear. So we got, I'm going to put it here, 0.343039 blah blah blah, right? Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay, now it asks us for a percent, right? Is 0.343039 blah 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 a percent?
No.
No. Okay, so we're going to do that thing.
You have to look at that second 3 and decide if you're going to go
Yep.
up or down from there.
Boop, boop,
and
right.
Down and just keep it 34.
So let's see. And it says the nearest tenth if necessary. So that means we've got to do, I'm going to try to write again. I'm having, I keep going back and forth between, now I'm going to do text box. So as a percent, it would be 34.3, and there's nothing really after that. So I'm going to just go ahead and put in the percent. Okay, there's a thing there. Okay, so does that make sense for what we need?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one thing I guess I would caution you, since Hawks is, I'm going to try to put it where the answer is there. 34.3%. I think it might mark you wrong if you put the percent in there, since the percent's already included.
Right.
That's one of the most common issues with Hawks is if they put the percent, you can't put the percent. But then on all the things with sets, they don't put the brackets and then you have to put the brackets. Right. So be really careful. Computers are pickier than people.
Sometimes it would give you blue saying your format's wrong, but you're not wrong, so you have to go back.
Right, and then you have to figure out what they're asking you for. So just be really careful to see what's out here or not out there. And then if it's, you just make, I wish they would just never put anything so that you always had to put it in there. I don't know. I don't like the programs that always put everything in because then you don't have to think about what it is. And really, without the percent, to me, it's not the right answer. But they gave you the percent, so I don't know. So hopefully that helped. I'm going to stop the recording because it's so long.